the Treasurer says today that a uniquely Australian industry policy is the energy policy that your government's pursuing. He wants to unlock more than $200 billion in extra investment in clean energy by 2050. In the short term, though, that drives up prices, does it not?
Oh, we need to get more investment into energy. We know that renewables are the cheapest form of energy. The sun doesn't send a bill, the wind doesn't send a bill. So as we move to renewables, that puts downward pressure on energy prices. If you don't do anything about this, not only do you hurt the climate, but also you hurt people's hip pockets.
Can you do it though in a way where it's smoothed out it smooths the edges for consumers already hurting?
Absolutely. So the energy bill relief comes immediately, and then long term we're getting that investment to renewables. And people shouldn't underestimate what a big industrial transformation this is, Kieran. Over the course of a decade, to take the grid from about a third renewable to 4/5 renewable is a remarkable change. We're committed to that, not only for the climate, but also because as Australians who've got solar panels on their roofs know, it's the cheapest form of energy.
I had Anne Ruston on the program a bit earlier, the Shadow Health Minister. She says this tripling of the bulk billing incentive won't be enough to get GPs back into bulk billing services. Is there any guarantee that the government's approach will work?
Well, it's pretty rich coming from the coalition, who froze the bulk billing rebate and saw bulk billing rates fall precipitously under them, who at every turn have looked to undercut Medicare. Our investments in the healthcare system have been historic, and that sits alongside measures such as 60-day prescribing, which the coalition quibbled about, but which saves Australian households money because they only have to go to the doctor once every 2 months rather than once a month if they're on long-term medications. And it saves you time as well. So the healthcare measures sit alongside the childcare measures, the energy measures, the housing measures, all focused, Kieran, on reducing cost of living pressures for Australian households.
It's a busy time for the not-for-profit sector. Charities are working overtime at the moment, as you know, and you're the Minister for Charities. I've noticed that you've just released this development blueprint. What's the aim of this? Is it to make it easier for charities in the way they do business? Is that what you're seeing here? What's your goal?
It's to help the helpers. Charities account for almost a tenth of the economy, more than a tenth of employees, millions of volunteers. They do so much in our community for the environment and fighting poverty, in bringing the community together through arts and sport. And the charity sector has been under a lot of pressure, including under the former government. So the blueprint will bring together experts, consulting with the sector, alongside the charity town halls that I'm doing, engaging with the sector as well. We want a more vibrant civil society in Australia, Kieran. It's good for the democracy and it's good for our community as well.
Yeah, well, they do a wonderful job right across the board, our charities, particularly this time of year heading into Christmas. Andrew, Leigh, thanks. Talk to you soon.
Always a pleasure, Kieran.